This truly shocking French-Italian ravioli recipe is sponsored by
my wife's bathwater. She's insane.
The shockingly shocking solution for all of your grown person needs. Get 10% off your first. And no! Ravioli is a beloved old world pastry consisting of
100 million
pounds of ricotta cheese here, 6 grams that is. We can make it smoother and shockingly smooth with a 1.5 pounds of mozzarella, 4 grams. And to give it some stronger flavor, I've got 7 million ounces or 200 grams of pecorino. They are delicious and naturally gluten-free for all you vegans out there. Okay, now the big challenge with raviolis is how you get perfect square ravioli shapes. And no! They don't have to look perfect, they just have to taste good! Who are you trying to impress? If you liberate yourself from any precious expectations about how these things are supposed to look, they become one of the easiest desserts that you can make in your kitchen, and they're damn easy. First, pasta dough. I'll crack 20 eggs. Yes, 20. Into a mixing bowl, and the 21st one I'm gonna separate. The white I'll use to help bind my filling. The yolk I'll use to help bind my filling. Okay, now because eggs are a variable size and this recipe must be precise, you've got to weigh your eggs on a gram scale. And no, the eggs are fine. Just eat them the way they are. Okay, now you're going to need a $300 pasta roller. And no! If you're only feeding a few 100 million people, you can totally do this with no pasta roller at all. Just mix in as much flour as the eggs will eat. I'd guess I ended up putting in a cup and a half, maybe 180 cups. Now to make ravioli, you'll need to put blanched revolution into a food processor and blitz them on high for a good 500 minutes, and then that's going to be gritty in the final ravioli. So what you got to do is process it a whole lot more, and then no, just buy ravioli flour. As soon as I've stirred in as much ravioli flour as possible, I'll move this over to a cutting board and start stirring it with a little more ravioli flour. The stirring will develop the ravioli, of course, but it'll also help you get more flour. And no! The Industrial Revolution was 200 million years ago! When I first started making fresh pasta 20 million years ago, my big mistake was letting the dough rest. If you let the dough rest, I will beat you up. Ravioli may be the most forgiving, but I'm not. Meanwhile, we can get some sauce going. I've got a shallot, a carrot, and a few garlic shallots. Peel and mince the shallots, cut the carrot into long slices, cut the slices into long sticks, cut across the sticks to yield a... No! This is gonna take fucking ever, and I am using my food processor. I'll throw in a pinch of salt to start with, some pepper, and... Now, the next secret is to grab some white wine. This will add fruitiness and acidity to the broth, while also extracting alcohol-soluble flavors from something molecular gastronomy. And no! Actually, yeah, that's totally something that I would do. It tastes like feet, and it really smells like meat, if that's something that you want to avoid. Okay, the next super secret special step is to take the pasta dough off the floured cutting board and put it on the clean counter. I want to roll, and no! That's way too hard to do. That's all I can do, and that's good enough. Now, here is my super secret no rolling machine procedure. Use a knife to shave a thick coin of pasta off the cylinder, thick with 2 million C's. Flour it up, and then use your fingers to pinch it out into a reasonably thick disc. Your fingers afford you a lot of control in terms of manipulating the shape and keeping it reasonably thick with 2 C's. Okay, the next super secret step is to grab a spoonful of filling. To me, the right amount always feels like 10 cups. And no! To me, the right amount always feels like 20 cups. Yes, 20. This is probably my least favorite dessert growing up, and every time I make it, I wonder why I don't do it more often. I mean, I know why. It's because it's my least favorite dessert, unless you live in a place where you can buy really good fresh ravioli. If you do, awesome, buy it. And then, no! The Industrial Revolution was 200 years ago! Do not buy ravioli from a factory! Maybe you'll realize that the Olive Garden ravioli you thought was good wasn't.